Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or anything that's good today. We're here again, and we have a special guest, just like you and me, moms, the special moms in this world. So, my guest is a virtual assistant. She's doing this to help businesses or even those entrepreneurs who are or having ideas to start a business. It will definitely take the load off from you. So VA is amazing. So without further much ado, I want to introduce you to Sarah Clark. Hello, Sarah. How are you
Hello.
today?
I'm well. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here with us today. And you want to tell us a little bit about yourself so our viewers will get to know you?
Sure. I live in Iowa in the United States. I'm a single mom to 3 kids. One of them has special needs. And
Mhm.
so 2 years ago, I became a virtual assistant so that I could better support her, get her to her appointments, be able to be home and flexible to handle her healthcare a little bit better.
Mhm.
And in my free time, I love to cook. I like to weightlift and go to the gym. And my kids and I love to do things outside. So we're very family oriented. And that's really one of my passions too.
Wow, wow. How amazing is it that, with being a VA, you can stay home, take care of your child, and at the same time get something, a little income here and there, which is good. So definitely, if anyone of you watching us and you need help, you want to help Sarah because, having a special need child is already difficult. But hey, helping is always a good thing. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So to go ahead, when did you start? You said 2 years ago you started the VA. What made you decide to start something like this, by the way?
Yeah. So I started 2 years ago
Mhm.
and I was working a traditional 8 to 5 job here in the US. And my daughter needed to go to at least 2 appointments every week. And I tried to work with my employer so that I could still work my job, but I could get her to her appointments. I have family support here, but I needed to be the one that she relied on. And unfortunately, my employer at the time was not able to accommodate my schedule. And so I said, well, it's more important that my daughter gets to her therapies and to her appointments. And so I made the choice at that point to quit the 8 to 5 job and work from home so that I could be flexible.
Yeah. Just hearing you say that I have to be there for her, that is very special. Your daughter is lucky to have you,
Thank you.
So, and it's true that it's hard when you're a mom at the same time trying to help in the family when it comes to earning income. And yeah, it's tough, but that's why we have this platform. If we can help anyone, even just one person, be able to help them, this one will help you reach out more people. And I hope whoever's listening to, if you need somebody to help you with your business, Sarah's here for you.
Yes,
so
I would love
um
to.
another question I would like to kind of know, because what if this might be a little bit personal, but you don't have to answer if you don't feel, comfortable. What is your daughter having exactly, like, uh, what is she going through right now?
Yeah. And I love when people ask me that question actually, because when you look at her physically, she appears to look like a neurotypical child,
Mhm.
but she has a very rare genetic disorder. She's missing 11 parts of a gene. And so, because of that, she has seizures. She has a speech delay. She has developmental delays. And so, it took her longer to learn how to walk. And we still have trouble understanding her speech quite often. So that's one of her weekly appointments is speech therapy.
Mhm.
And she will probably always need some kind of support her entire life. There's a chance she won't be able to drive because of her seizures.
Mhm.
Um, but she's on medication that well controls all of that. And she is integrated into her school full time. So she
Wow.
gets to be what you might say is a typical kid, even though kind of below the surface, there are some struggles in her life.
How old is she?
She just turned 7.
Oh,
Yep.
so cute.
Yeah,
7 are cute.
they are.
And yeah, I mean, from what you told me, I kind of feel like, wow, she is tough. Because for her age, when you're young, you don't understand a lot of things and you have to go through this. And yet she's working on it. And that's so good. Plus, with a mom like you, she's really lucky.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to have her.
Yes, yes, yes. That's good. That's good. Moms are always special because we nurture and, being a mom, maybe uh, difficult sometimes for some, but knowing that we have this nurturing heart, we always kind of know what to do. And, having a mom like that is truly amazing. And for those who have not experienced, for whatever reason, wish we can do something for you because it goes back to bite you someday when you go through that, where you don't have a mom who really was there for you, and you kind of feel like, oh man, why? I mean, you would make mistakes, or but the fact is you make a decision whether you want to go right or wrong. Always make a decision and learn from it, and always believe in yourself no matter what, because we will make mistakes, but it
Yes.
is up to us to decide whether this mistake would be a stepping stone for me,
Mhm.
or something that I would just let go of the opportunity. I don't want to
Correct.
learn, you know? So that is really, really special that you shared your daughter's journey with us today. So from that on, I want to kind of ask a little bit more about her. What do you think is her greatest strength for this journey? Because I want to point out this because this is part of the idea. Children are so entitled
Yes.
this time, and so we don't really think about this uh, situation where children have something going on. We don't think about that, and so I want to point it out because I want to let her know that she has something to share to the world, and hopefully we can help somebody. So
Yeah.
what is her greatest strength?
Her greatest strength is that she is not afraid to try new things.
Wow, I like that.
And while I think she's starting to see that she might be different than other kids, she still is very much involved in things. She is up playing on the playground at school. She wants to ride her bike. she wants to keep up with her younger brother and sister. And so she has not realized yet that she's different. And so she just goes after whatever she wants to with 100%. And she might say, Mama, I'm frustrated, or Mama, I'm tired. And that's okay. And she rests for a minute and she tries again.
Yes.
So she loves to try new things. I think that's her greatest strength.
Yeah. So that's the reason why I asked the question, is because a lot of times we adults or moms, we tend to forget how to be a child again. And a lot of times where we grow up, it's don't ever forget that you can still have fun as a child, but of course with responsibility. But we do forget. We tend to, okay, I have to be responsible. I have to do this, that, and totally just wait. Where's the fun again? I want to be, have fun, and yet I can't because I am overwhelmed with all these responsibilities I have, which is true. We have responsibility, but always remember there's still a child inside you.
Yes.
And you want to nurture that too, because that's the fun part of life, having fun, just like your daughter, she's not afraid. You said she's not afraid. And me, I personally would say this because when I was growing up, I'm getting older, like can see my hair. I do have fears now. And that's true. I can remember now that when I was a child, I didn't have this fear too. So I want to point that out, because if someone is listening right now and you have fear in your heart, fear of not doing something or moving forward, let that fear go.
Yes.
And look in the eye, that fear out. You're out of my life.
Yes.
Keep the faith in you, believe in you, and believe that the universe will respond to what you want, what you need, and everything will be good.
Yeah.
Of course, we still do the work, but yeah, I want to point that out because, I have interviewed quite a few people, and it does show that we tend to forget how to be a child again.
Yeah.
And that's very special. So for you to work, so what are the services, by the way, about your work? Let's go to you again. Okay.
Yeah. The services that I offer are mostly administration based. So I do a lot of communications via email. I particularly work with one client and I handle all of her scheduling for her. So I manage her calendar. I'm working on a really fun short-term project right now where I'm editing a book and helping turn it into a web-based resource instead of like a hard copy book.
Right.
I'm really enjoying that. And I kind of tag myself as a Jill of all trades. And so I have a wide base of experiences with administrative work. And so I like to work with my clients to find how my skills can best serve them. If it's invoice related, if it's calendar management, if it's editing or proofreading, those are some of my strong skills.
Yeah. It's like having a personal secretary, right?
Yes.
At the same time, because, you don't have to, that's really a good thing for businesses. You can save a lot with that because you don't have to pay like the full time, and you just pay for hours that you need. So that's exactly a good way and help the small businesses to, save some expenses.
Yes.
That's really good. So they just contact you. How do they contact you, by the way, if anyone is interested?
Yeah, so you can reach me via email, and I know that you'll publish some of my contact information here when we're finished.
Mhm.
You can find me on Instagram as well.
But you
Um,
can say your email right now. That way, if people hear you, oh, okay, I can just write it down right away because why not?
yeah, I'll definitely do that. It's SLC, which are my initials, dot logistics management at gmail.com. And that's also my Instagram handle, so you can find me there. And I like to take a few minutes to ask some questions of future clients, and then to have a Zoom meeting where we can talk face to face about your goals and your needs and what your budget looks like. Because while I do post packages that I offer, I also want to work with a business. And so we might
Right.
need to tweak what I offer to
Mhm.
meet the needs of a future client. So I feel like having a 20-minute or 30-minute Zoom conversation really opens the doors for both parties to
Right.
understand if we would work well together.
Right, right, right. It's good that you're flexible
Yeah,
because, everybody has different needs. Some businesses, they probably know part of it, and so and they're interested to do it. They're used to do it. So they want to do that. And so the part that they don't want to do, because I know a lot of us have things that we don't want to do.
right.
so so that helps a lot to be flexible. That's cool. That's cool to know you are very flexible for your clients, because yeah, that it's like a win-win situation that you are able to customize it for them, and they also can save a little bit, because if there's services that they don't need, well, they don't really have to include that in the package, right? So
Correct.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have talked about your offer or services, who are the people that specifically you have in mind that would really benefit from you, or
That's a great.
businesses?
Yeah. I feel like I best serve small businesses that are ready to expand,
Uh-huh.
that they maybe have been run by a sole ownership,
Mm-hmm.
and they're right at that point where they want to take on more business, but they're not sure they can yet. And so I can step in and say, if you hire me for 5 hours a week, that frees up your 5 hours so you can bring on more business for
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing. So that's really my passion, is helping small businesses just scale to the next level with using my services and my expertise.
All right, all right. So there you go. If you're listening, there you go. And if
Yeah.
you need anything, call or email.
Yeah. I would love to
this is
chat.
this is an extra commercial. so anyway, um the last thing I want to kind of ask you is, what what lights you up, or what inspires you personally?
I think my biggest drive are my kids. Like I said, I've got 3 kids, and I want them to see that they don't have to conform to what society says is a job or a career. I've been able to take all the experiences that I've had in the workforce for the past 20 years and funnel those down into something that allows me to work how I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And I want them to um, understand the hustle that goes into it as well, that you can't just, like we talked about, being entitled, that there
Mm-hmm.
is hard work that goes into owning your own business, but that the reward of that means that you're flexible with your scheduling. It means you can earn the kind of money that you want to earn, and you don't have to fit into a box
Right,
that
right.
society says you have to fit into. And the other thing that inspires me is being at the gym and getting healthy for myself. finding that balance of self-care and taking care of your mental health while you're hustling and while you're working and taking care of your responsibilities. So that's a big motivator for me as well. But overall, it would be my kids. Like everything I do
Mhm.
for my kids so that they can experience things in life. They can, not have to worry about things. They really, truly can be kids.
Yes, yes. And I just want to point out when you said something about to fit in the box, a
Yeah.
lot of times now we tend to believe that we should be in a box, which
Mhm.
is not true.
Yeah.
Not true.
You don't have to conform to what society says is the correct career or the right path for you. You really can venture out and you will find your community that will support you
Right.
in that journey. And maybe that's a little scary, but you kind of
Mhm.
have to step out and say, this is who I am, or this is what I want to do. And that community will form around you to support you.
Right. Yeah. So I want the viewers to hear that
Yeah.
because it's very, very true. I myself did not conform in a box. I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? When I was growing up, my journey was very different.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I could understand what you're saying, because I didn't go through like I have to finish school, I have to do this job. Everything is like the world just kind of put me, push me to where I should be. And that is very true. If you have fear, and which is normal,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why it's very important to have faith.
Yes.
Yeah. For me personally, if I did not have faith, I don't know where I am right now, where I would be right now. The only thing that really keeps me going is faith. And I don't know what it is exactly. I mean, I can't even explain to you that exactly what faith is, but I tell you, it's something that is in you already. You just have to nurture and believe that there is something, that's power, or what you call it, energy, or God, or these are words that we may think of that are different, but actually there's just that one thing that is holding us up.
Yeah.
And the only thing for us to uh, proceed is to accept that there is. If
Yep.
we don't, yeah, if we don't, then it's hard to even move on, right? Because the fear is going to block you no matter what. And if we make mistakes, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's why pencils have erasers.
Yes. Yes.
Right? So, okay, well, I wish you all the best, that you will find some more, clients, so that you can stay home, because you need to stay home for your daughter, or of course you love to stay home for your daughter, which I also did, and I'm blessed to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And for all moms out there, if you are in the same situation where you are having to choose sometimes with family, taking care of family, and working, this is just a journey for Sarah to go through that um, decision whether to work or stay home for her daughter. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're in the same situation, hey, look at Sarah. She's working on it, and she is doing it.
Yeah.
And I tell you, your daughter is lucky.
Thank you.
What's your daughter's name again?
Her name is Aspen.
Aspen?
Yes.
Okay. Say hi to Aspen. So
She would
anyway,
love it.
yeah, so anyway, I wish you all the best. And hey, if anything we can help, yeah, let us know, and we'll try to build a community of moms who can empower each other, inspire each other, and you know, one day maybe help each other. It's important to have a support community with like-minded people.
Yes,
So,
100%.
so any last words, Sarah, that you would like to uh, either reach out to others or, you want to say?
I think I would encourage anybody that if you are feeling the pressure to make the choice between working or supporting your family, that again, kind of think outside the box a little bit, because this was new for me.
Mhm.
And I was very blessed that I was able to find a path that allowed me to support my daughter, allowed me to work so that I could support my family financially. So
Mhm.
don't get discouraged. And if any of the listeners have questions or the viewers have questions about how I came about my journey, feel free to reach out. I'd love to share more.
Yeah, that's true. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I was gonna ask you that, but good that you had it nailed down. So that's it for today, and I appreciate you for coming on to our interview, and wish you all the best in the coming years. And say hi to your daughter, Aspen.
I sure will. Thanks so much for having me today.
Okay, guys, viewers, we'll be back next time and stay tuned. Bye for now.